Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing the bottom shelf products only at Walmart. So if you want to see how we get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I saw this video from Allie Glines and I decided I wanted to do it because I thought it would be a fun idea. And then last night I was on YouTube and I saw somebody else do it. Let me find her name. Here you go, Ashley Clady, K-L-A-T-Y. Don't know how to say that, sorry. So she also did the bottom shelf makeup. So I had gone to Walmart and I purchased the bottom shelf makeup. Now, I noticed from both of those videos, their bottom shelf was a lot nicer than my bottom shelf. And so I actually had to bend it and I did the bottom two shelves because there was hardly any products that I could only get half of a face if I strictly just did the bottom shelf. So I did the bottom two and unlike them, I'm not comfortable in public, so I didn't really film at Walmart. I have one clip, which I'll show you here, which is just the aisles of Walmart. This was literally the only 2 seconds. There wasn't somebody in Walmart in the aisles. So, granted, this was also Saturday. All right, so let's just dive in. Let me take everything else out, or take everything out so you don't have to hear this. We bought a couple of other things and so our total ended up being more, but I think when I did the math it was about $98 for all of this. And I'm not looking forward to a lot of it. So there was some things that I got lucky with and I may have stretched it and somebody accidentally put this on the bottom shelf, like they had taken it off and didn't put it back. So I counted it as the bottom shelf, okay? So let's just jump in. I don't have any primer. I couldn't find any primer on the bottom shelf, so we're skipping primer today. I do have moisturizer on though, so at least it's some kind of barrier, I guess. So for foundation, I have the Almay Truly Lasting Color TLC 16-Hour Makeup in the shade Ivory. Let me look up this foundation and see what it's supposed to be about. So all it just says, it's a long wear foundation that feels like nothing and takes on everything. Marathon work days, sultry weather, up to 16-hour wear. Dermatologist tested, fragrance free, hypoallergenic, and how many shades do they have? Ooh, only 7 shades. That's not very good. Let's see, how much did I buy this for? Almay foundation. I bought this for $8.64. However, on Almay's website it says $13.99, so I don't know if maybe Walmart was having a deal. But it's supposed to be luminous. It says, helps nourish and protect skin for 16 hours, looks freshly applied all day, won't clog pores, and it's oil free. So that's the additional stuff it says on the back. I don't see anywhere where it says the coverage though, so this will be interesting. Okay, and it does have a pump. This is the shade. So this was the lightest shade they had. And I'm just gonna paint it on first like I do with all my foundations. Yeah, so I'm jealous of their Walmart. It's like, honestly, I avoid Walmart at all costs. I hate Walmart. I don't know why I have such a bad thing about it, but I just hate Walmart. And their Walmarts were so much nicer. And maybe that's why. Maybe the Walmarts in my state just suck. Because they had like Flower Beauty and just so many nicer things. Not my Walmart. Okay, already I can tell this is not going to be full coverage. But we could probably build it up to so luminous. Okay. So I was gonna use a sponge, but I feel like the level this is right now, I want as full coverage as possible. So I'm gonna use a brush. This is just a Fenty 115 foundation brush. Let me tell you though, I'm scared for this concealer. This is very, very luminous. Oh my gosh. Let's look at it close up. So I would say it's probably medium-ish coverage. Let me zoom you in so you can see. So this is what it looks like close up. I just don't really like the way it looks like it's laying on my skin. I just feel like it's sitting really weird, especially in my dry spots, which is this whole front area or T-zone. Alright, I'm gonna back you up. Let's try to build this up in the spots that I still see my redness. Which is a lot of areas. Is it just me or is this pulling red? Like, look at my, I mean, granted, my neck is always whiter than the rest of me, but like, it just looks like it's pulling so much red. Let me bring it down my neck just to blend it some. Yeah, this is very pinky. Which, it doesn't look like it would be pinky in the bottle, and on my hand it didn't really look pinky. But on my face, it's definitely coming off pinky. Alright. Let's look close up. Okay, I'm just gonna say this is a medium coverage because it doesn't seem to be buildable. It seems like I have the same amount of coverage as I did before adding more. So, let's just move on. So far, I don't really like this, but that's more about the coverage, and it didn't ever say what the coverage was, so I can't blame the foundation. It could be that it was supposed to be medium. I just personally don't like medium coverage because of my redness. However, I do like the luminosity. This one I'm afraid to do. So this is the Camp Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer by Hard Candy, I think it was. Yes. So this one was $6. And this is in the shade Ivory. So there's two products in here. There's the tube and then there's a little like pencil. What does it say? It says Concealer Cache Imperfections. They both say it. So there's just a pencil version, which is not very creamy. And then there's this one. Oh, so itchy. Okay, let's try the concealer. I don't really want to like, so it's a squeezy tube. I need something to put it on my face. We'll just use this. So I'm going to put it in the back of my hand. Okay, come out. Oh my gosh, you have to have muscles for this. Okay, first off the bat, I hate the packaging. So I'm just gonna take a brush. Oh, this is thick. Okay, we'll put a little bit here. Oh my gosh, it's so thick. Put a little up here. Just like trying to bring it out, and then I'll blend it out with something else. This I already feel is gonna be like a nightmare. One, look at the color. It's like straight up yellow compared to, especially compared to this pink foundation. Oh my gosh. Let's just leave it at that for now. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna use a brush to hopefully buff it all out. You might need a sponge for this. Oh my gosh, this looks horrible. Okay, we're gonna try to use a sponge and just see if we can save this. Nope, didn't work. Just gave me lines. Okay, let me take the foundation brush. Try to just blend these two colors together. Oh my gosh. It's so intense. Okay, before I set this, let me just zoom you in so you can see how horrible this looks. I hope it picks up. I'm like watering over here. Oh, stop watering. But like, can you see that? It looks terrible under my eyes. Like, it's accentuating everything. Okay, let's back up and finish. Now let's move on to powder. This is turning out horribly. And unfortunately, you can't take things back to Walmart if they've been used, I don't think. Okay, so for powder, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Translucent. This was $5.62. Look how huge this thing is. Please be good powder. Okay, right off the bat, this definitely has a color to it. So let's see if it actually comes out as translucent. Okay, I'm gonna use these small brush for under my eyes. Just let me blend these out one more time. Just to help it a little, I guess. And then we'll set. Oh, that's not translucent. Translucent my ass. That is definitely a color. Okay, but I mean, can we see this? I don't know how to show you this without tipping it, but do you see where it says translucent? Do you see this color? I don't know if my camera will pick it up because of the lights, but it's definitely a light beige color. Like a yellowy beige. Okay. Maybe it did help calm down the bright ass color this was. Like, look at that. Okay. What is going on? I'm upset. They had pretty decent makeup turnouts. This is horrible. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna set our whole face with this. And probably take his makeup off immediately after filming. It's okay. It's Sunday. I don't like wearing makeup on Sunday. I feel like my skin needs at least one day of a break, right? Well, I guess it helped the color a little bit with how bright the under eyes were. So I'm not going to say the powder helped at all, but it definitely didn't at least hurt the look of already looking bad. So I guess that's a plus. I should try that powder with other products that I know I like and see if it's maybe not the powder and it's just everything else. So let's move on. So next we have bronzer. So this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It in Light Clear. Light Clear? Light Clear? How do you say that? Claire, right? Just no E's on it. Okay. So that is the product. This is L'Oreal Bronzer, $11.58. Wow, this is the most expensive product out of all of this stuff. Ooh, that looks like a decent shade. Let's apply it, shall we? I hope this works out because this is a nice size of a bronzer. Ooh. Doesn't look bad as for color. So for... My camera just died, and as soon as it dies, whenever I turn it back on, for some reason the lighting completely changes, even though I didn't move. Oh, I swear. So on my skin tone, now that I've been building it up, it's looking a little reddy orange. So I feel like this would be good for summer for me, but winter I feel like it's coming across as like too sun-kissed, and winter I'm not sun-kissed. But I still actually really like the product itself. Let's move on to blush. So like I said, the blush is $9.58. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rouge. Vintage Rouge, I want to say Rogue. This one, I don't know if you want to consider it a cheat, because technically all of these were not on the second bottom. Oh, they were not on the bottom shelf or the second to bottom shelf. However, somebody must have touched it and put it on the bottom shelf and decided they didn't want it because it was sitting on the bottom shelf. So I'm counting it. You know what? I gotta get a win in here somewhere, okay? A lot of bad products. Packaging. Okay, so this is the blush, and it comes with a mirror in the back and then this little applicator that nobody ever uses. I wonder if somebody does. If you actually use those, let me know down below. I'm curious. I love the smell of their line. Oh, it smells so good. So this, ooh, is the shade. It's like a pinky peach. Like it's pink, but there's like a hint of peach in it. That's really pretty. Let's add this to our face. This is adding to my already orangey pink bronzer. It's okay, it's okay. Dude, this concealer is tripping me out. So that is a pretty color. I just feel like my whole face looks weird, so everything's just being thrown off. But I do think it's really pretty, and I like Physicians Formula's products. So let's move on to the highlighter. And this one I'm actually excited for. This was on the second to bottom row. This is the Glow Gleam Beam Highlighting Palette from e.l.f. And this retails for $10. So you have 6 shades in here. So the box says, or the palette, you have a glitter. Where did it go? You have a glitter, a shimmer, a metallic, and a metallic. So the bottoms are all metallics. This one is a glitter, and then these two are shimmers. So you have, what does it say? Use the e.l.f. highlighting brush, yep, not doing that, to dust 2 or 3 shades to the cheekbones and the gleam. So they have 3 different options on the back of how you can like do these. So you have an inner glow, which is for soft and subtle looks, a gleam glamour, which is a medium luminous look, and a beaming ray of sunshine, which is an intense highlight look. All right, let's go ahead and apply these. I'm going to take this middle shade. It just looks like a nice like champagne-y gold shade. We're gonna put that on. Ooh, okay, e.l.f. Did we find one hit? I'm sorry, my concealer is just throwing everything off. The only other concealer there was actually the one that I saw Allie use, and I definitely did not want to try that, and I kind of wish I would have grabbed that instead. But oh well. Okay, this is really pretty. So I'm going to take the metallic shade, so ooh, this gold shade, and add it to the top. Will we regret it? Never. Ooh. Okay. This palette is nice. Oh. That dark shade is like hardly coming off at all. But this is the metallic we just put on. And then let's try this middle one. Yeah. So these end two aren't really coming off much. But I have heard a lot of e.l.f. products you need to scratch the top surface, so maybe those need to be scratched, and maybe I've just scratched enough of this front one by applying it. Oh my god. Okay, I've officially put too much on. That's okay. Oh, yes. If my concealer wasn't this fucked up. So, this is kind of actually really nice. Alright. I don't have a spray, so we're not going to set this makeup because I don't have anything to set it with. So I'm going to move on to the brows. I could not find a brow pencil of any kind. Scratch that. I did find one, but it was only blonde left, and I'm not anywhere close to blonde. So I just picked up this brow gel instead. So it's by CoverGirl. It's the Easy Breezy Brow, and it is in the shade medium. It went from medium and then jumped to really dark, and so I don't know if this color is gonna work for me. It is $6.94. That's how much I bought it for. Ooh, first off, I like how small the brush is. That is my only pet peeve with the Anastasia one, is it's just too big. So not bad. It does feel very hardening, which I don't really like. I like a brow gel that obviously does the gel aspect, but it's not like very hard. This feels kind of hardening already, which makes me think it's gonna be crunchy. So I'll let you know when we're done doing everything if it ends up being crunchy. Okay, let's move on to eyes. So for eyes, there was a little NYX stand at the end. I think they have some like Disco Love, or I can't remember what it's called. Some new promotion thing. So this was on the bottom shelf. It's the Warm Neutrals, the Ultimate Edit. This is this cute little buddy. We're gonna first go in with this shade right here. Try not to have my lights blind you by reflecting. And I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M504. And we're gonna use that as the beginning transition shade. Ooh, that's a nice pigment. I'm not gonna lie, after watching Ashley's video, I'm a little afraid because she used a NYX product and the eye pigment or the eyeshadows were not very good. So I was a little nervous. But so far, this one at least is pretty nice. Dude, I'm really loving this color. Like the shadow itself is pretty good, blending pretty nice, but this shade, oh, it's so pretty. Okay, let's move on because I could apply this shade for a long time. So we're gonna just go in with the shade right next to it, which is just a more mauvey pink. I don't know. I don't explain colors well, okay? And then we're gonna take the Moda BMX 430 crease brush. And we're just going to pack that in the actual crease itself and the outer V. Okay, let's go back in with the first shade and just blend them together. Now let's just go into the brown shade and just deepen it up slightly more in the outer V. The brush I'm using is just one that came with an Anastasia kit, but it's just a small little buffer brush. We're gonna put that right in the outer V just to deepen it up a bit more. For the lid shade, I think I'm just gonna take this right here. It's just a shimmery, like reddish copper shade. And I think I'm gonna try to just use my finger. Ooh, it's just really hard with these nails. Oh, that's pretty. I am going to take a brush just to get the edges. And I have no clean flat definer brushes left, so we're using a fluffy brush, hoping for the best. Okay, let's go back with the brown to kind of blend everything together. Okay, I'm going to finish the other eye and then we'll come back and do the mascara. Alright, let's go with the lower lash line. I'm going to take this shade here on a flat definer brush and put that along my waterline. And now I'm going to take the very first shade we used right here and I'm going to just blend and buff out the lower lash line. Let's do an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to go back in with this palette and use, ooh, should we try the glitter shade? Oh, it's extremely fine glitter. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's try this shade. I already put it up here, but scratch that. So let's go in, like I said, with the second shade at the top. And I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. It was bright on the face. Where is it now? Alright, it didn't really highlight that much, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, let's move on to mascara. So the mascara I have is the L'Oreal Voluminous Extra Volume Collagen in Blackest Black. This is $8.47. Oh, I just realized I got the waterproof kind. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, it is a thick brush. Okay. Alright, let's try to build this up because I normally do more than one layer of mascara anyways, so yeah, I don't really think I like that. Okay, let's move on. The last item is lips. So I have a e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick and this is $6. This is in the shade Rose Tea. This is not gonna go. So let's try this color. Oh god, this is not gonna go at all. I like the applicator though. Ooh, feels really nice. So far, it feels really nice. I like the applicator. I don't know if I really showed you, did I? But it like comes to a point. Really like this. The color is really pretty. It just doesn't go with this look. Let's review everything. Where should we start? Let's just start at the beginning. Foundation, for me it's a no, just because I want more full coverage, but I do think it's a nice foundation. I don't know how, it's hard to say because like had I put a different, you know, a primer that would have worked better with it, or, you know, I don't know. It didn't really look that great on my skin. So for me, this is a no. Concealer is just a hell no. There's nothing to it. Hell no. Powder. This I'm gonna have to give another go because, like I said, it didn't necessarily help my foundation and concealer, but it didn't actually hurt it either. So I would have to give this a try with products that I love as well as a setting spray to see if I really like it. So this is kind of up in the air. Bronzer, I do really like this bronzer, but like I said before, for me it's more of a summertime bronzer for my skin tone, just the shade that it comes off as, but I still really like this. The blush, really love the blush. I just love the scent. So blush, really good for me. Highlighter, I love this palette. This is really nice, at least these shades and this one shade. These two, nothing really came off much, but honestly, those are kind of too dark for my skin tone anyways. And then the glitter is kind of like a But these two shades and this shade I really like. Brows. Oh, I was gonna tell you if they're crunchy. They're a little crunchy. Oh yeah, right here. Oh yeah, it's crunchy. So I think it's not a bad product as long as you really comb it out and comb it through, because there's some spots that I could tell it looks crunchy. It's kind of up in the air. I guess if you played with it more it'd be better, but then again, I use these products to get in and get out and go, so The eyeshadow, I actually really like this palette. It blended really nicely. The colors were really pigmented. I actually think it's a nice palette. So that's surprising and awesome. Mascara. I don't like this. It's not a bad mascara. It didn't do bad with my lashes. I already have naturally long-ish and curled lashes. Like, as you saw, I didn't curl my lashes, and I never curl my lashes. It's too much work. So honestly, packaging is everything for me, and this felt cheap. This is so light that this felt cheap. It just felt weird applying. I know that's so petty. So if that doesn't bug you, it's not bad. And the last product was the e.l.f. liquid lipstick. It felt great going on. I like the applicator. Woo! Jeez. I like the color, but right now it's starting to feel really drying. And it's starting to look pretty drying. Let me apply a gloss. Okay, I'm gonna apply the gloss from Jeffree Star and Shane, so the Shane Glossin, and see if that helps at all. Sometimes just adding something on top makes it feel better. Also, adding like a chapstick underneath would help too. There we go. Oh, that feels better. So they are a little drying, but maybe if you tried, like I said, adding a chapstick underneath or adding a gloss on top, it does make it a lot more comfortable. So yeah, that is my Walmart bottom shelf haul, tutorial, try on, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.